Where's my son? Help me, please! I need to find my son! I'm so frightened.
So cold. I can't imagine a worse fate. Mare is a good woman. Her spirit is strong. She has a good idea to use our spirits to draw out the creature. What's most important to an old scholar like me? My mind, I suppose. The blood fiends tore my body apart after using some...
I don't know who I really am anymore. Part of me is still alive in agony. Part of that, abomination. Of course, she's smart, our mare. She knows we can focus our energy. Receiving that staff was the greatest moment of my life. I'm a Red Guard. Magic doesn't come easily to me.
That's old Death and Halday's skull. As fine a man as ever lived. But he's no scholar. Oh, that one is definitely...
Forgive me. When I realized what they were doing to us, I tried to throw myself from this tower. From such desperation, I found the anger and strength.
Focus your energy.
It's working. I can feel that thing. Get ready. felt every blow as if you were hitting me. Yes, I do believe we can pass on. Yet I must ask you to perform one more favor, if you would. These items still radiate with power from this odd ritual. Would you bury them for us? Then our spirits can truly be free. I am most grateful for this kindness. Take the items to the far end of the graveyard. There you should... We did well, stranger. I am thankful that the threat posed by that creature ended here.
I think we're done here. I'm eager to see what waits beyond this mortal life. Farewell. Your kindness will be remembered.
We saved some of the townsfolk and the abomination was destroyed. I am at peace with what we were able to accomplish here.
grieve for those we lost. But I'm happy we were able to foil Rizal Jul's plan. I feel a measure of peace. I did as much as I could to help my town, and we were in pain. Your kindness saved us from it. Feel my limbs.
child, slow down. You eat too fast. You don't want to harm poor Carlin.
We need to feed to get stronger. When Montclair shows up, I want to be ready.
That is not our way, child, and you know it. Stop feasting, now.
Fine, whatever. I mean, I'm sorry, Count Verandis. You know I only want to help.
Of course, my child. Now, let's clear away our meal and welcome our friend. Colin, as always, I thank you for sharing your life's blood with us.
I live to please, my lord.
I apologize if the scene before you makes you uncomfortable. I did not expect you to arrive during our mealtime. As for why I kept my true nature hidden, well... I apologize.
Join me for a cup of... I want to be there when the guards get you. Join me for a...
This timbered.
Hold, criminal! I don't want to inconvenience you, but God.
Need something to ride?
I could just...
Ah, a fellow student of history. You must be. No other reason to visit these gods-forsaken ruins? Fascinating place, though. You realize this is where King Rancer made his last stand? Yes, the king and all his soldiers. Something happened in the final moments of the battle against the orcs of Hrothgar 15 years ago, and they were cursed with undeath. Their undead forms have prevented anyone from getting in to learn the truth. Yes, well, that's the challenge. I was hoping, though, since you're here and you do appear capable, would you be willing to give me an escort? I knew if I came out here and hung about long enough, someone would eventually happen by to help. If I can be the one to determine what happened in King Rancer's final moments, scholars... a good bit, actually. High King Emmerich's forces have just broken the bulk of Rancer's armies at Markwaston Moor. Some fools actually believe that's where Rancer fell, but that's not the case. Yes, Hrothgar was, of course, allied with King Emmerich, and the orcs had already subdued most of the kingdom, including Shornhelm. Rancer retreated here and the orcs surrounded him. Rancer was king of Shornhelm, the ruler of Rivenspire during what many consider the high point of its history. He was ambitious, too. That's why he tried. Indeed. Rancer's armies marched on Wayrest. Almost took it, too. But Emmerich managed to strike a deal with the Red Guards and the Orcs. Rancer's forces were soon beset by enemies on all sides. It's not the time.
Think me ransom, do you? No, I am not the Mad King. I am his betrayer. Enter the past and hear my tale. A traitor's tale it is. Lieutenant, where in oblivion have you been? Those damn sleep scrolls were useless against the brutes. The orcs breached the walls. King Rancer just wants us to keep fighting to the bitter end. Seems he wants to go out in a blaze of glory. Can't say I'm fond of that strategy, but the king... Before he vanished, Rizal Jewel told the king about this last-ditch enchantment that would help us hold the Tor. We're supposed to kill the orcs? I don't know. What I do know is that this is our last chance. And you're the... Go as fast as you can, Lieutenant. Until we've tried this, the king won't even talk about surrender. We have to... I don't know what to think. There was a time when I would have followed King Rancer into oblivion. But since Mark...
Are you ready for glory, Lieutenant? Our greatest hour is at hand. Those green-skinned beasts think they have us defeated. Not yet, but it will. We will charge the enemy's ranks and they will see what true determination means. I've sent orders. Are you daft, Lieutenant, or just a coward? Don't make me repeat myself. Tell General Datu to prepare...
Well, now that the foolish experiment with the braziers, then he has truly gone mad. There's no reason to waste further lives defending this lost cause. King will just have to be restrained. Damn it. Knowing her, she'll follow orders without question and get the King's guard killed. You'll have to find Tyern and convince her to stay. Yes, it's actually probably best I go alone. At this point, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll give the King one.
Have you come to join us for the final push, Lieutenant? We're all that's left of the King's Guard. The General has no authority over the King's Guard. I take my orders directly from the King. The King ordered us to charge, and it's true that the King hasn't been acting himself. Is General Datu asking him to rescind? If the King decides to surrender, he still may have need of us.
Stop acting like a coward, Datu. I'm your king, and I will lead you to victory today.
Your Majesty, you've clearly lost your mind. I'm sorry, but you leave me no choice. It is done. No further lives need to be thrown away today.
Traitor! But your feeble betrayal won't stop Riesel Jewel's magic. We shall live forever. I curse you and will scatter your bones. Die, you treacherous dog! What happened to you? Stupendous. Did you see what happened to King Rancer? Was it the orcs who killed him, or are the Ah, General Datu. Of course, I should have known. They say his bones were scattered around the ruins. I suppose this was Rancer's twisted idea. Then what? Will he rise up and kill the king again? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Take the skull and search the...
Rancer! You madman. It's time to finish this.
I couldn't agree more. I'll shatter your bones this time, Datu.
Mad King is fallen. Come, talk. Over the years, I've questioned many times whether what I did was right. I wanted to save my soldiers' lives, but I only helped King Rancer spread his... Yes, they are at peace. Even King Rancer, I suppose. He was a wise and...
Sorry, sir, I tried, but no one here is willing to enlist.
Unacceptable, Captain. Either deliver me recruits or
Not a single one. Montclair's war has decimated our ranks, and people now see enlisting in the Guard as a... Certainly. I have one prospect who should be simple. Martin Datu. He's in the stocks for Mara's sake, but I can get him released if he enlists. I've already spoken with the constable, and he agreed to release Martin if the young man will enlist. I simply can't understand why a criminal would choose the stocks over doing his duty. Because Rivenspire is a mess. Blood fiends roam across the land. Montclair loyalists attack our towns. Need I say? Yes, but this? Let's face it, this new civil war has taken it.
Why will you not listen, beef-witted beast? Must I tie a torch to your tail again to teach you?
Behave yourself.
Stupid horse. Does not even know how to do what he is told. I have a good mind just to feed the stupid thing to the dogs. You mean you would actually trade me that for this unworthy beast? If you're willing to do that, you're as dumb as the damn horse. Ha! You're as crazy as that dog-loving boy Handre. This horse does not want to be free. He would not even know what to do. I will trade. Fadil, what are you doing? Wait, no. Come back here, you stupid beast.
If you come to poke fun at the prisoner, you'd better think twice. I'll be out of these stocks soon. And then you'll have to watch your... They say I broke into Gerion's ironworks and robbed the place during the night. But they haven't got any proof. Besides, my friend is going to come forward and get myself killed? I can't do that. My father went back to the dirt 15 years ago, and my family needs me around. My mother would fall to pieces.
Huh! Can you believe that? I heard what Martin said. He's either completely delusional or We have enough. We found his boot prints in the mud outside the broken window. He was involved. I'm not sure he was alone, but he was there. And that's the thing. Olivier said he didn't see Martin at all that night. Some friend, huh? If they weren't such I hear that was you. You had thanks.
Welcome to the Dusklight Inn. Not exactly the lap of luxury, but we try to make our... What? You mean because Martin's in the stocks? I don't know if I'd say that makes things harder. Wait, did Martin say something to you? I'd rather not discuss this. Really? Well, the truth is that Martin's only ever been a drain on our family's resources. His big...
What do you want?
Ah, an adventurer. Always so inspiring to have someone like you around town. No, I'm afraid the opposite is true. He's never had a good role model, you know. His dear father was King Rancer's most trusted general. He died up at Trader's Tor. They say he died a dishonorable death. He did? You know this for certain? I can't tell you how much that warms an old woman's heart. I do. Martin's always been ashamed. Every chance he's had to make something of himself, I worry that if he enlists just to get out of trouble, that would be the wrong reason. If someone could tell...
I saw you over there at the stocks talking to Martin. Does that fool still think I'm coming to his rescue? Yeah, so what? I wasn't dumb enough to leave any proof for that constable to find, so I'm in the clear. And don't expect me to risk my neck. Wait! No, please! Please don't! I'd go mad in the stocks! Look, I don't know how to sell these stolen goods anyway. How about this?
They are going to release me, aren't they? Has Olivier really not come? Why? Olivier's not going to vouch for me, is he? That backstabbing arsehole. I can't enlist, though. I just can't. I'm just not cut out to be a soldier. And my mother and my sister need me. You know about my father? You mean, you were there, weren't you? He did die with honor, didn't he?
You've certainly done your due diligence. I really appreciate the efforts, but I had a feeling it wouldn't work. You did. Excellent. I don't know. You did. Excellent. You really have the knack for this. Well, I'm getting Martin released, I wonder, would you be at all open to taking a crack at another one of my stubborn prospects? Her name's Suga. She's got a mouth on her. She wouldn't admit it, but I think she's some kind of bandit, and that's why she doesn't think much of the Shorenhelm Guard. She called me some rather rude names. In fact, I lost my... If it was up to me, no. But our numbers are low and we can't be picky. Besides, I'd rather risk the life of a bandit in battle than some...
Damn trash, that's all it is. Let it be known that Jaren's Ironworks sells nothing but dung. They call them swords, but you can't get in... Oh no, not another one. What's it take to be a recruiter? The inability to understand verbal language? If you want me to write it down for you, I can carve it on your arse. Bunch of elf-loving weaklings that run around Rivenspire getting kicked in the arse. People I run with, they eat members of the Shorenhelm Guard for breakfast. You look tougher than your average guard, but my... Ha! You want to bet on how long you'll last, or whether you just turn tail the moment you see him? Nah, this could be fun though. Beat my boyfriend, I'll enlist. If you just take the road south out of town. That's where we do our business. Don't worry about finding Govaled. He'll find you. Oh, and don't expect a formal challenge. Just be ready to...
Circle around!
How vile! Is that a piece of Govaled's brain on your boot? Nah, that's what that bastard deserves for sneaking around behind my back with that little Bosmer wench. I knocked her off myself. I suppose so. Govaled's gone, and to be honest, I was pretty sick of sitting around down there by the road and hassling people for a hand.
Oh well, it was worth a try. I knew she was something of a long shot with an... You did? I'll be in our go... While we're waiting for Suga to finally get here, what do you say to taking on the most unlikely prospect of the bunch? If you can recruit Julien Riziol, that's his name. He seems like a sharp young man and he's had a little training. The problem is that Julien is more interested in chasing girls than glory. I don't know. I tried to tell him that no girl can resist a man with a few scars, but that didn't seem to sway him. Unfortunately, I lost my patience after that.
I've been watching you, going around town, cleaning up the mess that beastly soldier woman created by offending everyone. You must have a gold... Because I'm close. I've been courting Gwendolyn for 3 years, and I think I'm finally close to winning her heart. That would make everything perfect. If I had her love, I could enlist and fight with the strength of 10 soldiers. Good luck with that. I've been trying to figure her out for years now. I think maybe she just...
Don't get me wrong. You're very attractive, and I'm sure you're very nice. But I'm not seeing any new suitors. It's not that I don't like him. He's brave, kind, and handsome. He's perfectly acceptable. He's just not very exciting. I don't know. I want the feeling from the storybooks. I want my skin to flush and my heart to quicken. I want butterflies in my stomach and to be unsure whether...
I've been thinking. Gwendolyn says I don't really love her. It's just some kind of silly something romantic, something unique. I know. A bouquet of rare flowers, though I'd need help picking them. Or I could serenade...
Not now, friend, please. Not now. You mean that stuck-up woman who lives across the way? I know she's been turning suitors away from me.
If that Captain Thayer comes around here again, someone's going to get hurt. Not much. She's a pretty girl, but I think it's gone to her head.
The constable and I are taking bets on how long... Why? Are you looking to court my sister too? Suitors have been lining up for months. All right then, here's the thing. Whatever you do, don't give her flowers. They make her sneeze.
I've been thinking. Something romantic, something unique. Of course. They say jewelry's the key to every woman's heart. I don't have... Well, I know where we can get some gems, but it might be risky. The Bitter Hand Bandits have a camp west of town. With all the...
I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of making a necklace for House Doral. Please, let me focus on my work. Julian wants to give me gems? That is so sweet. I wasn't sure if he understood what I was hinting at the other night, but does this mean... does he feel the same way about... Oh, I see. He didn't get the hint after all. If he's in love with Gwendolyn, though, then it's for the best. In fact, here.
Did you get it? Oh, let me see it. I know that if Khaleesi... That's perfect. Completely unique and totally romantic. If Gwendolyn doesn't fall in love with me after receiving this, then there's no hope for us at all. What... Feelings? For me? You can't be serious. I've known Khaleesi since we were toddlers. She's like a sister to me. I mean, I love her dearly, but not like that. At least I don't think I do. Mother always said I was hopeless when it comes to this sort of thing. I never really thought about Khaleesi in that way before. What do you think? Have I just been blind this whole time? All right, maybe you're right. Maybe I've just been a fool this whole time, chasing Gwendolyn because she teased me with...
Forgive me for my earlier outburst. I must have made quite a... He does? You mean he feels about me the way I feel about him? I don't know what to say. I thought my dreams were dead, and now you tell me...
I can't believe this. The more I think about it, the more I realize that this was meant to be. Kalisa has all right. I'll need a moment to consider my words. Then I'll go talk to her. After that, I suppose I have to fulfill my promise and enlist. It's the least.
Don't feel bad. I knew Julienne was a hopeless kid. I can't believe it. I said I was going to eat my dagger, didn't I? I hope you'll... None that are worth our time. And I'll have my hands full whipping these three into shape anyhow. The General's jaw's going to hit the dirt when I march them in. I'll tell him All right, recruits. Fall in. I want to see the prettiest march to Shornhelm in history.
Well met, friend. Tell me something. Say you knew someone who committed a truly heinous crime. You know, slaughtering innocents and such. Because that's the scenario here. I've tracked down a man named Gerard Althen. Althen ordered the I need someone to fight their way into the barrows and find his hiding place. It shouldn't be too hard. One of Althen's old... You're smart. Working for the Ring of Daggers has two great benefits. First, we reward our friends generously. Second, we don't worry about trials and... You certainly can. I may or may not be obliged to answer, but you can certainly ask. Althen was King Rancer's spymaster and head of security. During the war, when High King Emmerich struck an alliance with the Orcs, Rancer... Of course, but that makes him no less guilty. The dog that bites cannot blame his master for letting him off the chain. Althen willfully organized the slaughter of innocent people, and he will... If you must know, he will die. And most likely, it will be a slow and painful. In addition to his crimes, Althen made the mistake of crossing the Ring of Daggers. He tortured and killed the lover of our leader, Copper Diarrhea. All that remained of them. We work on a contractual basis. Guards, soldiers, scouts, couriers, whatever the client needs. No, it's not that simple. You can't hire the Ring of Daggers to fight in some silly... I'll be having a drink.
Who's out there? Tyrann? For you? I don't... Who's out there? For you? I don't think so. Who do you work for? The Ring of Daggers? If so, you're wasting your time. Tyrann is dead? You saw him? Oh, God. I needed him to get me out. Of course you will. And then you'll hand me over to the Ring of Daggers. I'm no fool. I am in a bind here, though. Perhaps I can persuade you to have mercy. Well, no. There's a letter in my pack, though. It would give me some credibility. I dropped my... all right. I believe I dropped my pack by an altar just north of the crypt. You'll... You're back! Oh, thank the gods. The walls of this crypt are closed. Very well. You're back! Oh, very well. I hope it's giving you something to think about before you decide. The door is controlled by 2 levers on either side of the barrow above. As if that weren't enough, you'll need keys to activate the lever. Yes, and then I get to find... So here we are, the moment of truth. I can now look upon the face of the one. If you read the letter in my pack, then you at least know that I've done what I can in the years since the war to make amends for the things I... No. I prefer you take your time making this choice. I need to get out of these barrows. I'm yours to do with as you will. Whatever you decide. Of course, if there's anything I can tell you to increase my chance of meriting your... Please, don't ask me about that. Anything but that. Ask me about the things I've done since the war. The things I did under King Rancer. Fine, damn it. You want to know what I did? I'll tell you. When the orcs turned on us, Rancer ordered me to arrest and interrogate all orcs in Riven. I know that one can never truly wipe the past clean. And certainly not in my case. But I've done... yes? I've fed stray dogs, opened doors for old ladies, and handed out moon sugar candy to children. Well, originally the plan was quite genius. The Ring of Daggers has been on my trail for years, and everywhere I've gone, well, part of that was the original design of the crypt, but I like that about it. The Ring of Daggers has ways of getting inside a man's head. I'm yours to do with as you will.
You followed through? Excellent. I worried he'd convince you to... You've earned my esteem, my friend, and that's no small thing. You know what I think? The only redemption for a murderous bastard like you is a slow, painful death, and we're going to give it to you. Get up. You can rot in the stockade for a little while first.
You stomper! Get down, you fool! Do you want the Blood Fiends to... What kind of help? The helpful kind, of course. I meant to arrive before evil invaded this hamlet. Find constant patience. Adusa will explain. The survivors, they are our priority. We move together to... No, too obvious. You go first. Then Adusa shall sneak off. Less chance of both of us getting captured by these curse. If you must. But hurry, please. Not is. Was. This was the peaceful... Must Adusa explain everything? Look around. The people... Someone who wishes she had arrived in time to divert this tragedy.
Stay back, vampire! I'll stick you with this sword. I mean it.
Calm down, Shaveskin. Your courage is commendable, but highly misplaced. We are here... down, or Adusa will stick that sword where the bright moons never shine. Mortals, show a little concern, and this is the thanks you get. And where is the constable? Why isn't he here? Such precision, such coordination. Rarely have I seen vampires behave like an army instead of raiding. You ask many questions, like a young one who has eaten too much moon sugar. Constable Maldred is a... That is what I am, yes? Surely you have learned by now that not every vampire is a monster. Such. You stay here and guard these townsfolk. I'll go search for more survivors. No, no. Reverse that. Better for you to search and Adusa to...
I know how to deal with your kind. I'm perfectly safe right where I am. Thank you very much. I've got a sharp blade and plenty of food. I'm downright. There are other survivors? Why didn't you say so?
Come on, let's have at it. Well, that's a relief. I thought they called her Larea. She demanded that we line up to receive her blessing. That's what... Of course, you're right, honey.
I'll let you handle this one. I'll take the next.
Divine, save! Oh, you're not one of them, are you? Thank that the woman made a strange gesture, and townsfolk began turning into blood fiends. Other survivors? Vampire or blood? Well, you are gone. We had a few visitors. Yes, Adusa noticed. Fewer than I hoped, but more than I expected. Militant vampires require structure. Why is that so surprising? But we have more pressing matters.
Who I was expecting. I don't want to kill Adusa just yet. You, on the other hand?
By the look on your face. Maldred? That's the name of the... No. That unclawed traitor! Adusa only wishes she... There is something sinister going on in Rivenspire, Five Claw. Keep your wits about you, and stay fragrant. What you saw... Adusa will take the survivors to Hoarfrost Downs. They should be safe enough there. Pardon, but this one is still coming to grips with... how fast the blood... Typically, a vampire degenerates over time, eventually withering into a mindless blood fiend. The process we observed in Moira's Hope was quite the opposite. Yes, word of what happened here must be carried to my master, Count Verandis. There is much work to be done, and very little...
Join me for a cup of mead. A toast to those we've lost. That's my sister's journal. So sweet, but so young and foolish. She was obsessed with the idea that trolls...
This timber does not...
Hello, friend. Well, your journey has been... Marcel Stenrick? That was my great-grandmother's name. Is that really her sword? This is amazing. Our family used to be much more prompt. I'll always treasure Dame Marcel's sword. Perhaps just what my parents told me. I never met my great-grandmother. In the story, Doral's son Lanciot was kidnapped on the road to North...
My stock is...
Heard the gravedigger has...
It takes much...
no matter the troubles assault.
May my brothers and dark days are upon us, friend. Yes, the legacy of Arce's 3 Knights of Arce obey my commands. I sent them find my knights and bring back Arce's. Each knight went to a different site rumored to contain a...
No, you will not extract your
scourge thumped those toothless runts. By Moloch's left fang, My husband Esmail and I were kidnapped by Oathbound. I fought my way out. He's the prince of my stronghold. I left it recently, married a Red Guard. Osgryth swore an oath to Malak. You are kind to make such an offer, my friend. I actually hurt my sword arm slaying my captors. I could use an ally. Osgryth was the son of the chief back at the stronghold. He figured he'd be chieftain. Osgryth is everything that's wrong with the old ways. It wasn't that he loved me. He viewed me as property, and I challenged his authority by Malakath cultists who exact vengeance. You are kind to me. No. Is he? No. Don't. Damn Osgryth. Damn the stronghold! I left peaceful. Osgryth leaves me no choice. My husband is dead. Killed by a hate-filled mongrel. I'll swear my own oath to Malakath with a blood sacrifice. Osgryth's siblings, Thrug and Larsgug, were with the Oathbound that took us. Shouldn't have crossed paths with us. Lashkik, I'll make gloves from your skin. Where are you, Osgrick? You can't hide forever. Larsgog's cruelty often outstripped that of her brothers. It was the only way to gain recognition in her family. We've got everything we need for the... I had no love for Larsgog and Thrug, but I didn't relish their deaths. I thought by leaving the stronghold, I was leaving... We need to find a place to swear the oath. Oath-bound cults usually have daises where they worship... This architecture. There are 2 pikes around the ritual area. I'm going to ask for Osgrick to be brought to us. But this will be my first oath of vengeance. Malakath may slay Osgrick out. Malakath, God of curses, I appeal to you in my rage. My better half lies dead. My blood burns. My blade hungers. Grant me vengeance. Grant me justice for the honor of my love lost. Grant me Osgrick, and I will grant you his head in your name.
Osgrick, I hear your oath. Osgrick the Miner turned my oath bound against you. One of my own. And you seek justice for this? Your anger is my anger. Osgrick the Coward flies from your fury, from your champion. I will not have your rage denied. Prepare yourself and prepare your champion. Osgrick comes to you.
Swearing that oath was never going to bring Esmail back. But I hope he's comforted in knowing there will be an answer for what's happened today. The firstborn of an orc chief is dead. The honor is satisfied, for all that it will do in the grand scheme. I need to recuperate from today. Then I will face all comers. My stronghold will not forget me. I'll regret my husband.
Yeah!